Hi friends, it's Diane the Creative Inkster, and I want to show you this adorable little treat holder. I made these for my Avid Stampers class this month. It holds a package of Tic Tacs. I chose the Fruit Explosion ones. And what I love about this is there's no adhesive required. It's all just a folded piece of paper. I'm going to show you how to make it. All right. First off, grab a piece of 6x6 and your scoring tool, whether it's the trimmer or the Simply Scored. And I have a little template here from your 6x6 in case you need to take a quick screenshot of it, but let's walk through it. On one side, you're going to score at 1.5 inches and then 4.5 inches. Then you're going to take it and turn it 90 degrees. And you're going to score at 1 7/8, 2 5/8, 4.5, and 5 1/4. And that is all the scoring with the tool, my friends. We'll now get it in the right orientation to do the next steps, because we're going to cut out 2 of the squares and we're going to add a little notch here and do some folding. So to get this in the right orientation, the largest segment with no scoring between it is here, and that will be the edge where we put the notch. So let's start there. That's the piece that comes up at the bottom here so that you can more easily tuck the flap in. So directly in the middle, grab any circle punch you've got, or a whatever. This is a 3/4 inch punch. I've just kind of put a little notch there. Turn it back around so that's at the top. We're going to cut out the bottom squares. So they do have a score line through the middle of them, but they are the bottom squares on the right and the left. And we're just going to cut them right off. So go right past that first score line and cut out at the second score line. This cute treat box I first found on YouTube by Julie Davison. I have seen several others basically doing the same idea, and I thought it was so cute and adorable. All right, so now we're going to fold and burnish all of our score lines. So you heard me say that this is a great treat box because it has no adhesive required and it folds flat. So you can make a bunch of them, and if storage is an issue for you, you can simply tuck them down flat and have them ready to go. And then we'll score on the vertical sides like that. This is what you end up with. Once again, we're going to keep that little notch at the top, and this is our flap that wraps around. So you don't want a pattern that has an obvious up and down, because this is going to be coming together like this, and so you don't want your birds flying upside down or whatever the pattern has on it. Now we're going to do a little bit of not cutting like you would normally if you're going to glue it together, but we're going to do some folding. So with the notch up here, you've got a rectangle in the top right, and it has a score line where it meets here. 2 score lines. You're going to push it down and push those 2 score lines together. You're going to line them up right beside each other like that. And then on the inside, you're going to press down where you've created the crease. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. So we've pressed the 2 sides together, the 2 folds together, and we have this little crease in here. We're going to do the same on the other side. So we're going to, I'm going to do it the same way. So with the right side up, or the outside of the box side of the pattern up, there's your 2 score lines. You're going to push them together. And I suppose you could, you know, sort of break down the fibers a little bit on your paper by curving them a bit with the bone folder. That might work, but I find that our designer series paper is not too thick, that this is working quite well. So we've done these 2 folds. Now we need to do the folds down here. So there's our notch again, just to get ourselves orientated. We're going to turn it around. We're going to go past this base, which is actually the bottom of the box. And we're going to work on these 2 rectangles. So do the same thing with the pattern for the outside facing you. Find your 2 score lines, and press them together, squeezing the excess paper on the inside. And use your bone folder to make it a nicer fold. And the last side, same thing. You have to watch that again if you didn't quite get that. I will open it all up and you'll be able to see the various score lines we've created. Okay, so if you wanted to just store these, there we go, making them flat again. So there's our notch at the top. There's the ones we made. Then we skipped over the base, and then we made some more folds. We need to fix this little flap a little bit in order for it to nicely fit into the space and close up. You want to round it. Now, if you have a corner rounder, that's great. I don't have one, so I'm going to just freehand cut around. You could also use a circle punch, I think, to sort of get the same idea, but you just want to round the edges just a little bit. All right, so we're going to fold this up, and let's grab the Tic Tacs to fit them in, because it folds much better if there's something inside. Put that together, fold the top and the back, or the front and the back, and then fold this piece over into that fold. And if it doesn't fit easily on the first try, it might just need a little bit of coaxing. It might need a little bit of a deeper cut on the rounding. So you can do that. And then slide it in. Who wouldn't love to receive these? They'd be great for teachers, for classmates with some Halloween paper at Halloween or Thanksgiving at the table. And there you go. That is your little box. It's 3 by 2 by 3/4 of an inch. And then when you're ready to decorate, just grab whatever you have handy. I literally had this stuff on my table. I was playing with the Boutique Blossoms stamp set and dies, so I took this little flower from there and this leaf. And my greeting on some scrap paper was from Banner Sayings, "Consider yourself hugged." Thanks for watching. I hope you'll make this too. Take care. Bye.